John Paul, you knew how good the product was, not just from your heart and your gut, but also because one by one you were introducing it to salon owners. And so you were getting that instantaneous feedback, and you knew that if you reached a certain scale, you were going to be okay.
You got 100% because you can't fool the experts.
Right.
And the biggest expert on what you should use on your hair is a hairdresser. So they give us the complete feedback. We had that encouragement. And it's the same for any of your other listeners. If you business, you start selling a few things, go back to some of the people you sold something to, a service or a product, and ask them, how'd you like it? Why did you like it that much? What can I do to make it better? And if you're satisfied, pass that satisfaction story on to others.
But Dani, that's also something that Kathy mentioned to us. Yeah. She was the expert to the experts. He's selling to the experts. You get the experts behind you. You can run with it.
Yeah, and part of the story, too, is exactly what we talked about in the last hour, which is the bottom-up approach and getting people to ask for it at the bottom level, which will eventually, it's going to pass on to the hairdressers. And, you know, one of the questions that I have had is how you continue, once your business is stable and growing at this sort of pace and at this level, what is your feedback mechanism now? It's not you know, standing in the salons asking these salon owners what they think and the hairstylists what they think. So what sort of feedback loops do you use at this stage in the business to keep things moving along in the right direction?
Great question. Some of the products we originally made are still some of our best sellers. We make products that good. But what keeps us rolling is we continually come up with ways to assist salon to make the experience in a salon more of a fun experience for the customer. For example, we make products now that are very technologically advanced that dry faster than normal products. Shampoos and conditioners, for example, for big, thick hair called Skinny, that technologically are made to dry your hair faster, smoother, and kind of bring it in instead of all the way out like this. Products that start eliminating heat damage. So they're fun products. Products you could see technologically work different than anything that was around 3, 4, 5 years ago. So it keeps our line very exciting. How do we take what we have and make it better? How do we make the salon experience unique with the salon? How do we help our customer, the salon, run a better business and at the same time promote and use Paul Mitchell products properly? So it's always thinking, what does your customer need and how do you make your products more unique and better for the customer? Never be complacent, never just go on what your winner was, make it better all the time. By doing this, you keep very enthusiastic. Patron, it's just good.
Heck yeah.
Good. You know, but you know, we came out with this platinum a few years ago, which was just a little better than our silver or the other one. But anyways, that's what we do. It's just the best there is. You try and make it better. The only couple ways we can are to make more of an advanced one and one that's been aged a little bit longer. But so it depends on what business you're in.
Well,
but we're fun.
That's fun. Without saying anything, John Paul, you send the message of why you got to where you are, why you are a billionaire, why you have these two brands, because you are a good salesman and you have an infectious spirit that make people want to be part of whatever you're doing.
But it is evident how much you believe in your own product. You're practically giddy about it. And that is, I think, that entrepreneurial gumption that keeps you going.
I love them. I love Patron. I love John Paul Pitt. I love John Paul Mitchell Systems. Great company, great people. The people I deal with, I love the industries. But also, I want to share another rule to success. Once you start making it, success unshared is failure. I feel really good about what I do. I feel good about the money I make, but I share a lot of it all over the world
you
in so many ways to help the environment, children, people, homeless, keeping wells afloat, saving forests. I mean, we do a variety of things.
Well, we'll
believe that our culture.
John Paul, we'll touch on that when we come back.
Yeah, let's talk more about that because you do and dumbfound me on how much you give back. But let's right now remind people that if they have to run out, they can listen to us on the radio, Sirius Channel 145 and XM 168.
John Paul DeJoya, some final thoughts when we come back.